Well, again, congratulations to everyone in South Australia. You did what Victoria took months to do. You did in 12 hours what it took them months to do in Victoria. You killed the damn Wu flu. Here were the people of Adelaide reacting to being locked down but somehow out of their house.
I'm really happy that they've gone in early, and I think it's going to save us a lot of pain in the long run.
You know, it's best to get on top of things before it gets out of hand, and yeah, I strongly agree with it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty necessary. Don't want anyone else to really get hurt or be crooked because of this.
Yeah, there's plenty of stuff, and yeah, it kind of acts like a bit of a ghost town maybe when I was driving into work this morning.
I agree with the first bloke that we showed you. Chris Kenny is a proud South Australian. Mate, congratulations. I know you're in hotel quarantine, but mate, South Australia did in 12 hours what Victoria took 4 months to do. Well done. South Australia's strong, mate. Well done.
Oh, mate, I'll tell you what, I hate people who leave South Australia and bag it. I'm a proud South Australian, as you know, but it's been bloody hard this year with the Crows being so pathetic and now this. I mean, honestly, there's 0 infections today. In fact, it was -1 today because they said they had 23 yesterday. They've brought it back to 20. And none of these people are sick. I understand they say 3 of them are in hospital, but that's because they're elderly, so it's a precautionary method. No one's actually sick. The Sydney Morning Herald today was saying this radelaide strain, as you mentioned, is particularly frightening because there's no symptoms. Imagine that. A sickness that doesn't make you sick and therefore is frightening. I mean, the country's gone nuts. I spoke to a bloke today who'd lost $80,000 in hotel room bookings just in South Australia just this week. These are businesses that have struggled all year through earlier lockdowns and are struggling to keep people in a job. $80,000 wiped off by this madness from Stephen Marshall, and so many in the population lap it up. Why? Because they think they're scared of this virus. They're not told the facts. Yes, we've got to protect the vulnerable. Yes, we can't let it run amok so that a lot of elderly people especially die. But honestly, get a grip. Stephen Marshall was tweeting out today all these photos of these empty roads. You know, I'm so proud. We're all so proud of each other because we're just hiding under our beds. And there were 0 cases. Yeah. I give up.
Yeah, I'm with you. And we're the heretics, of course, for Dare pointing out the absurdity of the games around all of this. You know, this is ironic, right? There's greater punishment for us pointing out their BS than them actually causing the pain that they are. Bridget McKenzie's a national senator, and she had to go through a fair amount of lockdown. In fact, she's still got a hard border between 2 parts of 2 states that don't have any virus. But congratulations to South Australia. They've beaten it in 12 hours.
Look, Paul, I've loved listening to you and now Chris's outrage around yet another city-centric, poll-driven premier locking down their state and significantly impacting businesses. We agreed to have a COVID hotspot definition as a national cabinet, and here at the first sign of an outbreak, we're ignoring our own agreement. I find it quite incredible. I've been saying for months we've got 3 more days till the Victoria-New South Wales state borders open, and we cannot wait to have our communities reconnected. But for Victorians that are on that regional border with South Australia that's only just been recently opened up after nearly 7 months, to once again have communities cut in half, kids unable to get to school, it's just ridiculous and not based on medical evidence. I think we'd all accept it if it was based on medical evidence. But really, again, an overreaction, as you said, to the fear that's being spun out there in community. We need to treat this virus seriously. Obviously, it's highly contagious. And we've seen some devastating impacts globally. But we also need to shut down those isolated outbreaks quickly and swiftly in isolation so that the rest of our community and those, like for me as a Nat, need to stay open. And all your viewers on Win TV, big shout out, will be very, very furious, and I'm sure banging their heads against the corrugated water tank tonight if they're on that South Australian-Victorian border. Bloody oath they will be. Bronwyn, you know, the politics of this and the fact that these leaders are endlessly rewarded for going over the top. Crossroads Hotel was 40 cases. They didn't know what it was. They didn't shut the street.
Yeah.
This was 23 cases. That's actually 22, yet they shut the state for 6 days for the radelaide strain of the virus.
Well, seriously, Paul, you have to say, thank God for Gladys.
Agree.
New South Wales is the strongest economic state in the Commonwealth. New South Wales is the most populous state in the Commonwealth. And thank God we've got a Premier who is prepared to say that if this powerhouse of economy and jobs closes down, then the rest of Australia is going to be in the really deep trouble. And so when you look at the policies that the other premiers are putting together, you can seriously say they're about as sensible as trying to put a saddle on a cow. They seriously just do not get it.
Bridget tried to do that once and it was a hilarious story, but she'll tell us a bit later.
Don't suggest it.
Yeah, go. Yeah, but